Welcome back to another episode of Controversial Discussions with Prophet Poe. I'm Prophet Poe, and today we're going to be discussing religion. We're going to be discussing, do you have the right religion? That's the question that we're going to be kind of talking about today. Now, I said, of course, it's me. Growing up, I had to ask questions. I started to ask questions. One thing that I do remember that my father taught me is he said, if you don't know what something is, then go read it in a book. If you don't know what it is, if you don't know how to do it, go read it in a book. He basically said that if somebody else can do it, then you can do it. All you got to do is just learn how to do it. And how you do that, just open it up, reading a book. So if you don't know something, look it up. So I've had people ask me, hey, what search engine do you use? What, how do you research this stuff? Where do you start? Okay. So I guess I'll let you in on how I kind of do a quick little research on things and how I learn how to research. One of the research engines I use, it gives you multiple sources, right? Multiple sources in which you can look, evaluate, use a little common sense, and find out which ones are credible. Look at the data and how they've collected it. Okay, so find out the quantitative, qualitative. Y'all people that know research know what I'm talking about. So you can do that. And so one of the best ways, and one that I use is, I guess the best way to tell you how to do it is tell you how to get there. So you got internet, of course, so you're here talking. So, okay, so go to the internet, right? And go to Google, right? All right. Now, that's it. Go to Google. Hey, just type it in there. That's how you can research. Okay. So now we got past that. We're going to talk about religion. First things first, I want to define religion. I want to explain what I mean when I say religion. Because, as some people know, words don't have any true meaning. They have more of we have more of a usage in the way we use them. Such as, hey, that's cool versus something to the temperature cool. We take that word and we use it different matters. So when I mean religion, this is how I define religion. Define the religion as the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal God or gods. Okay, that's how I define it. So if you have a belief or worship in a controlling power, or have a personal God, then I'm talking about religion. I know there's some people that they go to this, I'm spiritual, I'm not religion, because I guess they're trying to run away from the religion word. But if this doesn't apply to you, I mean, you can listen too, but what I mean by religion is you have to basically have a personal God that you worship, believe in, and worship. Okay, so you believe in and worship this personal God. So the rest of you guys, if you're spiritual, okay, you can still listen and learn a little bit, or try. I'm gonna do my best. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is, how do we learn about our religion? How do we learn about it? What determines our religion? And there are some factors, actually, that they say that can predict the religion that you will be. All right? Some of the determining factors are geographical. That's one of the main ones. Basically saying, like, if you're born somewhere in India where Hinduism is the main religion, then more than likely you're going to be Hindu. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So if you're born in the United States, more than likely you have a chance, and depending on what area you're born in, such as me, born in the South, more than likely I'm be some type of Christian faith. Okay, so that's one of the factors. I want to take a break here because some people I have talked to have claimed that they learned about religion, learned about God on their own. Like basically the whole concept, one day they woke up, hey, God spoke to me, and so therefore the whole concept of this man's almighty, all powerful God, um, this superhuman power, um, they thought of it all on their own. Okay, so for you guys, I want to take this break for you guys that believe that found it on their own. Cool, I'm happy for you. However, for me, I didn't find it on my own. Okay, so it was given to me basically, which is another factor. They say your parents. Your parents is another factor that play into what religion you're gonna be. They basically say it's where your geography, your parents, what your parents are, and the other thing is the time in which you're born, and we'll kind of get into the time in which you're born a little bit later. Just depending on what era you're born in. So if you was born back before Christianity, yeah, there's a time before Christianity, then the chances of you being that religion at that time is how you like them. Okay, so what most people don't understand though, it is that your religion really is almost, that's the number one deciding factor is geography, where you're from. One thing that I didn't understand was that there were so many religions. Cause I was like, okay, well, let me start looking into this. Okay, religions, okay, cool. So I looked into it, and I found that there are roughly there are roughly 4,200 religions. Okay, 4,200 religions. One of those is Christianity. You get what I'm saying? Only one of the 4,200 religions is Christianity, right? And some say, I looked at a couple different sources. So you look anywhere between, they say from Christianity, there are between 30 and 40,000 different denominations or sects of Christianity, right? So let's just take Christianity, right? Christianity by itself, you have a 1 in just 30 or 1 in 40,000%. I'm gonna use 1 in 32,000% because it kind of works the little numbers in the computer better. You'll see if you put it in like 1 in 40,000, it gives you like all the E's. Okay? So let's just use that. Either way, it's still less than 1%. So you have, just looking at Christianity, less than 1% of having or chosen the correct, not only the correct God, but chosen the correct way to serve that God. Right? So for me, I had to look at this and say, okay, so if those are my odds, that's crazy. I have a 1 in 32,000%, or 1 in 40, or 1 in 30, whichever number you want to use. That's less than 1% chance of me having even the right religion in Christianity. So I had to even just wonder and start to believe, where did religion even come from? I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. So now I'm wondering, okay, well, where did religion come from? This is me, okay? Maybe you guys don't want to or have any of these questions, or, but for me, I want to know if what I believe is based on truth. So I start to look, and I start to investigate. I start to research. I start to use that search engine, Google. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, I start to research it, and I start to understand that up until a certain point in history, religions basically were polytheistic. Basically meaning they had many gods, right? So What Christianity is now is monotheistic. And so I have to understand, okay, where did Christianity come from? A lot of people don't understand that Christianity comes from Judaism. That's what it is. Uh, what I was taught growing up was basically that the origin of my religion um, was what the Bible said. Basically, the Bible, Adam and Eve, and that was it, and that's what it was. Okay? I knew about a few other religions. I knew about some of the main religions they talk about, but at the end of the day, all I really knew about was my religion. And I was caught in this little bubble in which I had to start asking those questions. Once I got older, I started asking those questions because, hey, now I'm older and I'm no longer in my parents' house, in which they tell you or they get onto you when you start to ask questions that are what they call blasphemy, which is probably what people are thinking right that I'm doing right now, that I'm blasphemous. No. So if you actually believe in a God and you believe that He made this brain for me, then just understand that He gave it to me to critically think. And so that's all I'm doing. I'm critically thinking. So I start to do this research. And I start to see that Christianity isn't even the oldest religion. So I'm like, man, it's not the oldest religion. And what I start to understand is that there's so many religions that predate Christianity in itself. So I have to sit there and I have to think on what I was taught and learned growing up. Because I can only speak for me. And I had to ask these questions to really understand and to know the truth. And so the question I had to come up with was, so does that mean my religion was created somewhere along the way? How do you know you have the right religion? Once again, thanks for listening. And as I say, if you're going to believe in anything, believe in yourself.